Court directs INEC to include Soludo and Uba as candidates in the November 6th Anambra governorship elections. Different camps in the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, react to judgment. Two bills and many faces in the legislature. The takeaways from the Electoral Act Amendment Bill and the Petroleum Industry Bill. The resolutions and the confrontations. Also, political updates today. The Zamfara defection saga rumbles on as more stakeholders give pointers on defections and the Nigerian political space. I am Fisayo Gonfui. Welcome. We say compliments of the season to our Muslim faithful. Now, the High Court sitting in Awka, the Anambra State capital, has directed INEC to publish the name of the former CBN governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, as the candidate for the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, in the November 6, 2021 governorship election in Anambra State. Nwabufo Nwoye reports that Justice Chukwudi Oka, in his judgment, ordered that the name of Chukwuma Umeoji be removed as the party's governorship candidate and ordered him to stop parading himself as the party's governorship candidate in the state. The elections bill for November 6, Justice Oka, while reaffirming Dr. Victor Oye as the authentic national chairman of the party, said Dr. Oye has the right to conduct the party's primary and produce a candidate for the party in the forthcoming election. The court also directed that Mr. Judo Keke and Edoze Onjoku should stop parading themselves as national chairman of the party. Similarly, another high court in Awka has ordered INEC to include the name of Senator Ogochukwu Uba as the People's Democratic Party's PDP governorship candidate. Handing down his judgment, Justice Obiora Nwabunike said that the primary that produced Senator Uba as the PDP governorship candidate was the authentic one. Although the court upheld the argument that the party primary was an internal affair, the judge said it cannot be valid when there is a subsisting judgment which has not been vacated. The court awarded 10 million naira as damages against Mr. Valentin Ozigbo and the People's Democratic Party. Now, the Judo Keke-led faction of the All Progressives Grand Alliance has reacted to the Federal High Court sitting in Awka, the Anambra State capital, affirming Charles Soludo as the candidate of the party ahead of the governorship election in the state.
The judgment from Awka cannot vacate the judgment from Jigawa. They are courts of concurrent jurisdiction. They cannot change the position of INEC with it. Hopefully, this matter will be sorted out soon and peace will return to ABGA.
As the case rumbles on, Mr. Chika Ekunugo, an APGA stakeholder, joined us earlier to shed more light on the imbroglio.
The issue of having factions, I must tell you, I'm not aware of that. APGA is one. We have only one APGA, which is APGA headed by High Chief Judo Keke, produced by 31st of May convention in Owerri. All right. So when the judgment, we heard of the judgment of they got yesterday from the High Court, everywhere was cold. People were just looking at, we are waiting for them that got the judgment to jubilate. They couldn't even jubilate, because it's as good as they got something that will not have no effect. Yes, it will have no effect. Because if you say, sorry, these are my hands, and I have two legs. If I wear 45 in one leg and 30 in one leg, there's a problem. There's a problem in one leg. I can't wear this 45 here and wear 35 here. It must be equal. So now a court has given a judgment already. APGA is a national party, and any court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to do what? To entertain APGA matter. And a court already in Jigawa has given a judgment recognizing Jude Okeke as the authentic APGA acting national chairman, because of the suspension of the Edozie Njoku that was produced, that the convention of 31st May 2019 produced. Remember that this particular convention that produced Edozie Njoku was this same Victor Oye that gave INEC the notice of that convention on the 19th of April 2019, notifying INEC that a Congress of ward, state and local government will be held on the 3rd on the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 6th of May, ahead of the convention that he fixed in Owerri by himself, and the notice he gave to INEC, he fixed the convention by himself, or for the 31st of May 2019 in Owerri. Incidentally, when the result of the 3rd and the 2nd, 3rd, and 6th of Congress, local mental state Congress came out, he found out that this would not favor him. Remember that the executives then, their offices they will terminate on the 15th of May. Then when Victor Oye found out that, Chief Victor Oye found out that this particular list will not favor him, what he did was to meet with his friends in Oka. I think one of the hotels in Oka. He met with his friends, and they decided to take the law into their hands by doing what? Neglecting. First of all, they decided to suspend the BOT, and they decided to damn the consequences of abandoning the list that the 2nd, 3rd, and 6th of May delegates produced, and decided to fix his own Congress for 19, 20, and 21. And this is a total defiance to court order that was gotten by the Board of Trustees.
The convention you are alluding to in Owerri, was it attended by members of the Independent National?
Very well attended. Very well attended. INEC attended the convention, and that was the convention. Because after that particular convention, Edozie Njoku emerged as the candidate, as the authentic ABGA national chairman. Now, Oye came to, High Chief Victor Oye came to Oka. I don't know, the hotel they normally lodge. They decided to hold what they call a convention, which to us is not a convention, because already you cannot use a delegate list that was produced after the expiration of the tenures of the executives. This is what we're trying to make people understand. The delegate list that he used to produce himself as the national chairman is against the court order. There's a court order from Kwale High Court. There's a court order from High Court of Delta State in Kwale. There's a court order from High Court of Justice in Oyo. There's an appeal affirming those court orders from in Ibadan. So how did he emerge as the national chairman? You can't be a national chairman in defiance to court order. He ceases to be the national chairman on the 6th of June. His office terminated on the 5th of June 2019. Henceforth, he ceases to be a national chairman. And when he went to High Court to obtain an order mandating Edozie Njoku to stop parading himself as the national chairman, at some point, maybe his lawyer probably must have advised him. When Edozie Njoku filed in his defense, his lawyer probably advised him to withdraw this matter. He filed a notice of discontinuance, and the judge, while ruling on that, told him that if he's attending to this notice of discontinuance, that means that every order that he made on this particular matter will be vacated. The court struck out the matter. So how did he become the national chairman?
All right, let's move forward, because, of course, there's a conundrum that has to be untied. Now we have a pronouncement. Of course, last week INEC published a list and made Omeji, affirmed that Omeji will be the, candidate for ABGA. Now we have a court judgment ordering INEC to, withdraw that and then put forward Professor Chukwuma, Soludo now in this. What was the way forward, especially for your party? You are the ruling party in that state. At the moment, we're having, what some might term discordant tunes.
Okay, let me not say anything about the discordant tune now, but I will tell you something. You got a court order there's an existing court order from Jigawa, and another court order came from Oka. Let me ask you, you're a full Yoruba man, and you know what they call Ibeji? Ibeji twins. Good. If you have two sons, your first son, they are twins. Your first issue are twins, and both are male. During the distribution of, I'm not saying
of wealth,
that
I understand. You go for
during the distribution, who is going to take the place they call Obi in our language?
You are talking cultural, but what about?
I'm trying. It's an instance. It's an instance I'm giving you. If you have two twins, they will always look at which one came out first. That's the person that becomes. So if they got a court judgment, which I have not really gone through the judgment, I've not really seen it. I'm sure INEC has not even seen it. And as it stands today, this time and this moment as I'm talking to you, the authentic national chairman of ABGA is High Chief Jude Okeke, and the candidate for All Progressive Grand Alliance election for the 6th of November 2021 is Right Honorable Chukwuma Umoji. As at this morning, you can make use of it, go to INEC website. As at this morning, Chukwuma Umoji's name is still with INEC.
All right, we'll continue to watch this space.
Until there is a higher court order, of which, sorry, a senior officer in INEC by the name of Sokoye made it clear in a public to the public that they can only respect a higher court judgment. So why are they jubilating over what I know? I've not even seen. Why are they jubilating?
Okay,
It goes no water. It goes to nowhere.
We would have time in the course of the year, because we're still talking November 6th to untangle this conundrum. But of course, will this not perhaps affect the machinery of politicking and looking forward to the elections later in the year?
No, not at all. Do you know why I said so? Because it takes a man who is on ground to win an election.
All right, we intend to, of course, also get the other faction, of course, led by Chief Oye, and of course the candidate in question, talking about Professor Chukwuma Soludo, also on political update to make sure that we get all sides of the story. But that's what the status quo is at the moment. The court has made this pronouncement and ordered INEC to replace Umeji's name with Soludo's name, and of course also we have Senator Uba of the People's Democratic Party. We'll be giving you updates on that corner as we look forward to the Anambra November 6th governorship election. Now, the immediate past National Secretary of the All Progressives Ghana Alliance, APGA, former governorship candidate in the Zamfara State gubernatorial election in 2019, Sani Shinkafi, says unless provisions of the nation's constitution are changed, no amount of pressure from the People's Democratic Party will make Governor Bello Muhammad of Zamfara State step down from his position.
The former APGA chieftain who defected to the governing All Progressives Congress along with Governor Bello Muhammad of Zamfara State, at a media briefing in Abuja, called on relevant authorities to look into the PDP leader's claim that the governor of Zamfara State has vacated his seat for defecting from the PDP on whose platform he was elected. He described the suit instituted by the PDP seeking to reclaim its mandate as laughable.
The government has the right of association. In the pronouncement of the Supreme Court, which is the upper court of the land, have not put a chain or handcuff him from moving from one place to another.
He noted that the Supreme Court decision that enthroned Governor Bello Muhammad into office was a pre-election matter between two factions of the APC, and that the time to have challenged Governor Bello expired over 2 years ago. He advised the State Deputy Governor, Mahdi Aliu Goso, who remains in the PDP, to refrain from any action that may cause the state more problem. In another development, a serving PDP member of the House of Representatives, Rimamde Shawulu Kwewum, has called on the members of the National Working Committee of the PDP to honorably step aside before September this year, stating that they have not lived up to the expectations of the party members.
The PDP has had this tradition of chairmen resigning to serve the party. So where does Secondus not want to sacrifice for the party like all the previous chairmen that have done the same thing?
Shawulu explains that his decision is devoid of sentiments.
Also keep an eye on that development from Zamfara. Of course, we're giving you the two sides of the coin. Also in the course of the week, we'll be giving you updates on that as well. A meeting of the People's Democratic Party, Northern Governors Forum, met in Abuja. The focus was the resolve to push for a nation that is more democratically stable and viral.
The meeting attended by Governor Amadu Umaru Fintiri of Adamawa, Aminu Waziri Tambuwal of Sokoto, who is also the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, Governor Darius Dixon Ishaku of Taraba, Governor Samuel Otom of Benue, and Senator Bala Abdulkadir Mohammed of Bauchi States, deliberated on the state of the nation's socio-political well-being as well as security.
And we, the governors, also have resolved that on our own, we should continue to do the best for our people, as we are already doing in our various states.
On the recent defections by some of their colleague governors from the party, Governor Ishaku explains that their reason was best known to them, as he promised the rest PDP governors resolve to work in defense of democracy in Nigeria. Meanwhile, the governor of Edo State and chairman of the PDP National E-Registration Committee, Godwin Obaseki, has inaugurated the committee's technical group at the party's national headquarters in Abuja. The party's e-registration exercise is slated to begin with Edo, and Anambra states will begin from the 1st of August 2021.
Still talking nation building, a group of stakeholders in the nation's political scene, many of whom contested the 2019 presidential election, say all hands must be on deck to ensure rapid development and the well-being of the people. The group says President Muhammadu Buhari needs every help he can get to accelerate the country's trajectory of progress.
Nigeria is like a family.
There are representatives of other political parties that contested the 2019 presidential election, stating their position after a two-day brainstorming session on the state of the nation, the need for Nigerians to bury party differences, tribe, ethnicity and religion is key for the nation to move forward and surmount some of the challenges confronting it.
The government must do everything possible to fish out those sponsoring this insecurity in our country, whether within or outside the government. But what we should do is not to criticize Mr. President, to fight him, but rather to prefer solutions.
We should all come together and work together as Nigerians and make this country a better place for all of us.
Members promised to continue to use all of their political structure across the country to mobilize support for the present administration towards guaranteeing national peace, unity and development.
All right, let's recap some of the stories we've given to you in the course of the program today. We, of course, wanted to also discuss the issue of the two bills and many faces in the legislature, the takeaways from the Electoral Act Amendment Bill and the Petroleum Industry Bill, but unfortunately we couldn't get our resource persons in here. Perhaps we'll bring them back on Friday. But let's recap some of the stories we've taken in the course of the program. We said a High Court sitting in Awka, the Anambra State capital, has directed INEC to publish the name of the former CBN governor, Professor Charles Soludo, as the candidate for the All Progressives Grand Alliance in the November 6, 2021 governorship election in Anambra State. Nwabufo Nwoye reports that Justice Chukwudi Oka, in his judgment, ordered that the name of Chukwuma Emeoji be removed as the party's governorship candidate and ordered him to stop parading himself as the party's governorship candidate in the state election billed for November 6. Justice Oka, while reaffirming Dr. Victor Oye as the authentic national chairman of the party, said Dr. Oye has the right to conduct the party's primary and produce a candidate for the party in the forthcoming election. The court also directed that Mr. Jude Okeke and Dose Njoku should stop parading themselves as the national chairman of the party. Similarly, another high court in Awka has ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to include the name of Senator Ogochukwu Uba as the People's Democratic Party, PDP, governorship candidate. Handing down his judgment, Justice Obiora Nwabunike said the primary that produced Senator Uba as the governorship candidate was the authentic one. Although the court upheld the argument that the primary was an internal affair, the judge said it cannot be valid when there is a subsisting judgment which has not been vacated. The court thereafter awarded 10 million naira damages against Mr. Valentine Ozigbo and the People's Democratic Party. And of course, there's been a reaction to that. The Jude Okeke-led faction of the All Progressives Grand Alliance has reacted to the Federal High Court sitting in Awka, the Anambra State capital, affirming Charles Soludo as the candidate of the party ahead of the governorship election in the state. All right.
They are courts of concurrent jurisdiction. They cannot change the position of INEC with it. Hopefully, this matter will be sorted out soon and peace will return to Abga.
That's our beat on political update today. As we said, we would bring back the members of the National Assembly who had divergent views or contrasting views in terms of the two bills with many faces in the legislature, the takeaways from the Electoral Act Amendment Bill and the Petroleum Industry Bill. That will be on Friday, same time and same station. Of course, we have an interview on state legislature as well, the synergy between the state legislature and the Executive for Progress will be bringing in Speaker Kogi State House of Assembly, Prince Matthew Kolawole, to also give an insight on that. That will be on Friday. My name is Fisayo Ogunfui. Thanking you for being a part of it, urging you to enjoy your holidays and also to play your politics for the greater good. And also to continue sticking with the Nigerian Television Authority, where we give you the very best of news, reviews, previews, and interviews. Bye-bye now.